If while traveling through Europe you come across mountains covered in vast spruce forests with beautiful open combes, and venturing further, you find yourself visiting small industrial towns at the heart of steep valleys, with rivers cut deep into the landscape, the chances are that you are in the Haut-Jura region of France, near the Swiss border. The Leader Plus program is the third Leader program to have been instigated by the Haut-Jura Regional Natural Park.
The Haut-Jura Regional Natural Park is a means of protecting the environment, but it is also a means of protecting the environment that serves economic and local development. The Haut-Jura Local Action Group consists of 113 communes, located in two regions, the Franche-Comté and Rhônes Alpes regions, covering a total population of about 80,000. We have three main objectives here. The first is to encourage local and economic development based on craft enterprise and local industry. The second objective is naturally to increase training opportunities. And there is a third objective, which is to help companies adapt better to the environmental constraints of the new century. This means helping them minimize their pollution output, as well as helping them develop systems that will make their activities sustainable, as we now say.
Durable, comme on dit aujourd'hui.
On our planning committee, there were the same number of councillors as private sector partners, which means association members, trade and industry council members, and of course craftsmen. I don't think I'm wrong in claiming that the committee was very efficient. There was debate, constructive if sometimes conflictual debate, but the decisions taken were often unanimous because after discussion, those with differing opinions came round to a common viewpoint. Everyone made a valuable contribution, and it was an interesting experience both for the councillors and the private sector representatives to join forces over a local project and work together to make it a success. 6, 7, 8, 9. So the project has been accepted and is being financed.
We had meetings about every 2 months, where we sat around a table with private, public and elected representatives, as well as park staff. For me personally, the easiest cases to follow were those concerning our built heritage, because this involved craftsmen and were really about local products. I thoroughly enjoyed sitting on this committee, both from a human and a technical point of view, but also from a social point of view. And if another program were in the pipeline, I'd sign up right away.
When the Haut-Jura Local Action Group first suggested the skills workshop, the idea was to create an economic, culture and tourism cluster with emphasis on the work and products of craftsmen with traditional Haut-Jura skills and know-how.
It all began with an idea put forward by the craftsmen who approached the park staff when they began searching for a site. They were wondering how they could share their skills and know-how and where they could meet. They had nowhere to go, and so they were searching for a suitable location, a place where they could exchange views, communicate, work together and also create a resource center.
So, of course, the advantage of the workshop is that it allows different craftsmen to communicate, swap materials, and, of course, exchange know-how. To ensure the future and the survival of the workshop, we need to maintain this exchange between the various craftsmen. And for this to happen, it's very important that the craftsmen have a place of their own, where they can meet, and also where they can invite professional designers and exporters, so they can be more innovative, be ever more creative. That's where the future lies, the survival of the site, and that's what's probably going to be the biggest influencing factor.
I think that the grouping of different trades is always worthwhile for everyone, because it's an opportunity to discover materials you're not familiar with, or crafts you didn't know existed, and this can give you new ideas for your own activity. For me, quite simply, the skills workshop has been about working in combination with others on techniques, for example, that differentiate two trades. For instance, we created an eco trophy working with a wood turner by using wood and glass together. And I believe that we're lucky to be able to combine different techniques and materials today.
As regards industry, Haut-Jura is headquarters to a large number of companies. These glasses, plastic and toys manufacturers rely on processes and products that can pose a potential risk to the environment. While certain companies seek to reduce their energy consumption, others have found an answer by putting their waste products to good use.
This is how the machine works. A motor sucks up all the shavings on the machines. These shavings are then sent into a silo above the press. Here they are compacted by a hydraulic cylinder without the need for any glue or additives. Then they automatically fill the bags by means of a chute. We won the competition for the Eco Trophy for the Haut-Jura Regional Park. That was a source of pride for us, and it is a bonus as far as our customers are concerned. Bye, good weekend.
Given time, the new wood energy business activity could represent 5 to 10% of company turnover.
The Haut-Jura organization primarily manufactures plastic goods. Our aim was to replace the previously used cooling system. It was used for cooling the oil in the machines. We installed this new unit for environmental reasons, to avoid releasing possibly polluted steam into the atmosphere. But above all, we did that to reduce water consumption. We're really making an effort for the environment, because we no longer discharge anything in the open, and we have increased our output. This program has been a complete success from a number of points of view. Firstly, because it has enabled us to complete assignments ranging from very small to very large-scale projects. Secondly, because a total of 250 projects within the LEADER program have been financed with funding from local groups and the European Union. What I feel is also an achievement is getting company leaders and councillors round the same table, which is not a simple matter, and inviting them to talk about an issue very close to my heart, namely the notion of a local territory. In other words, we've actually managed to get everyone round the table in the interests of developing the Haut-Jura region.